Hey, welcome. This is doTERRA Men for Men. So, particularly men over 50, which
We
I
are.
am. Yeah, we both are. I'm only a couple years from being
And
60.
we're men.
And we're men. Yes, we are. So, a lot of you probably have been around essential oils for a while. Maybe you're brand new, but you're going to find that a lot of people love them. They're going to be great. Your wife is going to try to get you to use them. Your kids, maybe for you single guys, it's something because maybe you're just worried about your health because I felt bulletproof for a long time, and I'm like everyone keeps getting older, but me, I feel like.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, we have been doing this. We're going to have our 14-year anniversary at the end of this month. Well,
Right.
When we're filming this, the end of this month. But 14 years of doing this, and I think one of the interesting things that maybe you guys can relate to as men too is that we typically don't always make the buying decisions for these type of products. In other words, I remember before doTERRA, I never
No.
shop for like toothpaste. Like it was just whatever I open a
Right.
drawer and whatever was in there. And I mean, there's very few things because like we go, oh, I need that, but it's because our wife or significant other already bought it. But doTERRA is interesting because there's a lot of things that, especially as we get even older, like we talked about, that there's specific things that we're focused on now that we need to look at from a preventative health standpoint.
Right. And so you may have heard of health span versus lifespan. So your lifespan is just simply how long you live. Your health span is how long you live with vitality and with health and with wellness so that you can keep doing things. Kirk and I are both really enjoy golf, and I want to play golf with my grandkids and maybe my great grandkids,
Right.
and I want to be able to keep up with with both our grandkids, right? And we still want to be significant, like So
Yeah.
we use a lot of doTERRA products, and so we thought we would come on here and tell you what we use for our health. First, I wanted to talk about some of the problems that men over 50 face. So I actually kind of looked up what the top health challenges, and they're heart disease, type 2 diabetes, prostate health, osteoporosis, cognitive decline, right? Like we all sometimes can't remember where our keys are or whatever. Metabolism things, depression, mental health, your sexual health, digestive health, muscle mass and strength, joint pain, skin health, and sleep. Right? Like when you get older, you have a hard time sleeping. I mean, my dad just turned 83, and he's sometimes just doesn't sleep much.
Yeah.
So anyway, but
Well,
we need
I
sleep.
mean, I don't know about you, but I mean, I think we agree on this. Is that I feel very fortunate because although I read that list and I go, I am young,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not that I'm young. It's that we've now, like I said, for 14 years, have been on a path of protective and preventative
Right.
health, taking care of our bodies, so that these things are not issues, or that we're doing the best we can to make them less. I don't know what would be the word, like
Yeah.
less on us, less. I don't.
Yeah, affect us less.
Yeah,
I mean,
affects us less.
we want to be intentional
Yeah.
about our health and wellness. We want you to be intentional. So that's why we're here to share with you what we do so that we're healthy and we have vitality now and in the future, that we will hopefully age well and do everything we can to be healthy and be able to do all the things we want to do.
Right.
So we have a couple foundational products.
Okay. Well, I'm going to start talking about I think it's ours. These are both of us do this. Is major foundation is lifelong vitality. The thing that's interesting about this product is the first thing I ever bought with doTERRA, and the reason is because maybe you guys can relate to this. I thought, okay, my wife loves these oils. I mean, that's weird. But these supplements, I thought, okay, I knew this, and I actually, this is hereditary. I've had issues since I was in my 20s with a liver enzyme, and so it causes high cholesterol, high blood pressure, things like that. So I already knew that I needed fish oil, which is the main ingredient of our E omega complex. And so I thought, okay, well, I'm going to try this, and then who doesn't need a good vitamin? I mean, this is all
Right.
your vitamins and chelated minerals. And then this alpha CRS was interesting. Didn't know much about that, but I thought I'll try this because I thought to myself, if I can take something that they're claiming is so great and it doesn't do anything for me, then I'm off the hook. I can get out of here. Well, 14 years later, this is something I've purchased every month for 14 years and used almost without fail. There's a few days you forget, or I remember we were on a trip and I actually for 2 days and I was devastated because I actually forgot to bring it with me, and it's like I feel a difference. But basically, E Omega is got a lot of different, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, but most importantly, the fish oil that's in this.
And the essential oils.
Yeah, and the essential oils too. But it's also got land-based E Omegas in them too. And I'm trying to remember, I always forget all the things, pomegranate, things like that. But it's a really interesting formula and a really interesting technology of even this is like a gel cap and how it's delivered in our system. So that's a great one. Number 2, well, I'm going to go number 2 with this one. Number 2 is the vitamins and chelated minerals. This is pretty standard. I'm not going to read everything, but it's all your vitamins. And the nice thing about this too is these are designed for everyone. So you might find, for example, I'll go back to the Omega for a second. I actually take 4 of these per dose. So usually most people take 2.
You double up.
I double up because I want that for my cholesterol.
Overachiever.
I'm an overachiever, yeah. So you might find that if maybe you're low in vitamin D or something, maybe you take it. But for the most part, you're taking 4 each of these a day. And I take 2 at lunch and 2 at dinner is just how I do it. But this has got all the vitamins, chelated minerals. And then finally, this one was actually the interesting one for me because as I looked at the ingredients, and again, I was skeptical and I thought, I mean, I hate to admit this, but I was almost really like, I want to prove this wrong. But at the very bottom of this ingredient list here, the words I read were like doTERRA Tummy Tamer Blend. And I thought, I don't know about this. Throw this away. But Tummy Tamer Blend. But I was on a prescription medication for acid reflux. And so I thought, well, if I can, if this helps me, then that's a good story for me to tell people, I suppose, right? So it did. I mean, it was amazing. After our first 30 days taking doTERRA products, my wife had decided all these other oils she needed. And I said, okay, well, for our budget, I'll order one of these and then we'll get the oils that you want. And she said, well, are you not going to take the supplements? And I said, no. I have to take the supplements. This is what is working for me. She goes, well, I'm not going to not take the supplements. And so again, like I said, 14 years later, we actually order 2 of these every month, right? Because we both take them every day. So, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah. So I mean, so you need a foundation for your health, and I think if you understand what this does, you'll take it for the rest of your life. So it's providing a really solid foundation. I find that I have less pain. I feel younger. I have good sleep.
Faster in a way too.
Right. Yeah. Right. Like we need supplements. No matter how good your diet is, then you still need to supplement. So this is a foundational product for doTERRA, and
the last thing
I've had some great results.
Yeah, and the last thing I'll just say about this too is that Dr. Hill, one of our owners and the chief medical officer of doTERRA, he said, despite all the great things about oils, and then they are great, that this has to be part. Anytime I ask him, well, what about this for this person? This person had Lyme disease, or this person had whatever, and he goes, make sure they're on this foundation.
Yeah,
definitely a lifelong
super easy to do.
Yeah,
you can take it all at once, or you can take it, morning and noon, or just twice a day. So easy to do. So next foundational product is doTERRA MetaPower.
Love it.
So this is a system actually. So this is collagen and MNM. Those 2 things together are like they're like Batman and Robin, but cooler.
Yeah.
Right? So
holy cooler, Batman.
Yeah, the collagen is great for your skin. It's really good to help you age better. The MNN is something that it helps you to have more energy. I've heard, I don't know, I've had some good results with this. I feel like that my thinking's more clear.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I get a more deep sleep.
That's what I was going to say. That's for me. Some people were talking about weight loss, and I mean, there's some things there that can help definitely your metabolism. But I was at the point where I was waking up 2 to 3 times a night, and that's again not using a lot of our other sleep products. But I didn't see this serious, but I'd wake up, and I'm a deep sleeper, so I'd wake up, I'd go back to sleep. But when I started taking the MetaPower and the collagen every day, I didn't notice it for the first maybe week or so, but then I realized I would wake up in the morning, I'm like, wow, like I just slept through the whole night. That was awesome. And I realized this was the only change that I'd made from before. And so for me, that's my awesomeness with this. So there's many other foundational things.
Maybe that was helping your prostate.
Yeah.
darn prostate.
Exactly.
So this is actually a system. So you put this, mix it in a little water, you drink it. It also has this product, which is a capsule. You take it before you eat. This can help support healthy blood sugar. And then this is actually MetaPower oil in a soft gel, and you take that after you eat. So the whole system helps your metabolism, help keep your blood sugars more stable.
Yeah, and this one especially, I would say, is a must for anyone really, even younger. Yeah. I just had a friend. I was just telling Dave, I just had a neighbor of mine that just had a stroke last week, and he's in his probably early 40s. It was a pre-type 2 diabetes stroke, is what the doctor told him. And the guy is like healthy, looks in shape, everything. This is a product that people can take, like literally to help control blood sugar. It's like a my mom actually was taking metformin, and we got her off that, using this type of a product type of thing too. And not making any claims, just saying it helped her. It really helped her.
Yeah.
It supported her body, but we're looking at controlling these things to help you get out of those dangers of the sugar levels and stuff in your body.
Right. Because Kirk and I both believe that you got to take care of you need to be intentional about your health. I mean, you need to exercise, you need to eat well, and wherever you are, you just need to do just a little bit better. But these products are, no matter where your level is, they're gonna help you to just be in better health and wellness.
Yeah. The next what I'm going to talk about is again the digestive health. I kind of mentioned that with the tummy tamer blend in the foundational lifelong vitality. One of the other things, again, the first product that caught my eye was DigestZen. Actually, it was just a bottle of oil at the time. We didn't have these, but this is what I call the lazy man's DigestZen, because I don't have to make my own capsule, what I used to do. These are already encapsulated. So again, I thought, hey, I'm on acid reflux medication. I'll take this. Now, I did something that you should not, I probably shouldn't even tell the story, but I'm going to anyway. But I just stopped taking my medication because I thought if I take that and replace it with this, it doesn't work, then I'm off the hook, right? It doesn't work, but guess what? It worked. Now, don't recommend that. You should always ease off any kind of medication, especially that. But acid reflux is a little different. I mean, it's just more hurting yourself if you were to go off that and not have an alternative. But this is the alternative, and this has been life-changing for me. And so I just take actually the capsules, and I actually got off it completely. I mean, but as I get older, I just, again, to be preventative, I thought, you know what, I can't just say, oh, I took this and now I'm good. Let's still treat your body and your stomach and all the things that are going on there proactively by using DigestZen. So I take these twice a day as well.
Yeah, now that's something I don't take every day because I don't have really stomach problems, but we all have the occasional stomach upset.
Yeah.
And that for me works quickly. It's effective.
Well, it definitely gets rid of any Tums or anything like that. If you've been using those, this completely. I mean, take one of these and boom, like 10 times better. Honestly.
You just got to try it.
Yeah.
So the next product, there's a new product actually called PB Restore. So it's a probiotic. It is in my opinion, the best and most comprehensive probiotic on the market. And you ask, why do I need a probiotic? Well, you have to have good gut microbiome, that because what did they say? It was like 80%, 85% of your immune system is in your gut. So you have to maintain a healthy gut so that you can stay sharp, you can feel better. I've heard so many. I mean, I take it. This is new, but the old one I was taking every day.
Every
and this
day,
I'm
me
taking,
too. Yep.
and I've heard so many great things about the new one.
Well, and it's a lot of people are really surprised to know or to hear too is that so many of the different disorders, I'll call them disorders, different things we have, maladies, start in the gut. From skin issues. I mean, a lot of times if you have even adult acne or things like that, it's things that are happening in your gut,
Right.
and digestion issues, the immunity, like you said. I mean, typically those things are all starting because of a gut issue. And so when you're keeping your gut healthy with, in my opinion, Digestin, like I said, I'm using the Lifelong Vitality with the Tummy Tamer blend, and now with PB Assist, you really, I mean, it's really, for me, has been a surefire way to stay healthy, not wait to get sick to take something. Take something every day to build that up. So.
Right. So that's to me that's a daily product because it's protecting your immune system, your brain, many other things. So that's something again easy to do.
And the last of all the gut things, at least I think it is.
I think so. Yeah.
Here, is Terrazyme. And Terrazyme is again a supplement. This is a capsule, kind of a dry capsule, and it's really quite amazing as far as supporting again healthy digestion. But it's a little different than just what Digestin. Digestin's more, I feel like, for heartburn, acid reflux, that kind of thing. Terrazyme, is going along with PB Restore, PB Assist in the beginning, now PB Restore. To really help have a healthy gut. And again, I don't want to be too graphic here, but tracking your bowel movements is important at our age, at any age really.
Right.
And I remember, this has nothing to do with doTERRA. I used to travel a lot for my business. And then when I started doing doTERRA, I actually was driving down to Arizona. And I was driving late at night and trying to find something to listen to on the radio to keep me awake. And I was listening to this guy talking about that. He was selling a whole different product, but he was talking about how your stool or whatever, and how when you're young and you look at your kids, they have a very healthy, consistent stool. Well, that wasn't me, but ever since I've been taking Terrazyme, sorry, again being graphic here, but too much information. But the bottom line, guys, I've got proof. In my
no pun intended.
No, I've got proof in my toilet. What can I say? But this is a fantastic product that I take daily as well.
The Terrazyme, one of the things I like about that is that I feel like it helps you get more out of your food, like more, better nutrition out of the food that you take. So yeah, love that product too. Okay, so next I want to talk about sleep. Sleep is so important. I think our world undervalues sleep, but when you look at sleep and you have your light sleep, your REM sleep, and your deep sleep, I've talked to multiple experts that said, man, that restorative sleep is so important, and if you could get 15 or 20 or 30 minutes more of deep sleep, like what that does for your body, what that does for to restore all of your bodily functions, and as you age, it's just super important. So doTERRA has this sleep system which I really like. So this is Serenity. I just take a couple of these complex soft gels, restful complex soft gels before bed, 1 or 2. Super easy to do. This is a doTERRA sleep stick. So just a little something that I just rub a little on my chest or on the back of my neck. Smells good, and it's proven to help you to increase your sleep. And then they also have Serenity oil that you can diffuse. There's lots of oils actually that you can diffuse for sleep. This is a really great blend, it's proven to help you to sleep better.
But this new one.
But this one, the Shinrin Yoku, I really like. It's very earthy and foresty. To my opinion, it's just more masculine. And sometimes with all the flowery scents. I don't want my wife to feel like she's going to bed with her grandma. So I like a little something,
Yeah, yeah.
like
Well, this is a brand new oil too, and I think
Yeah.
what's interesting about this is this came actually from our leaders and our teammates, I guess you'd call it, doTERRA people in Japan.
Yeah.
They had a whole actually it was put on by their government, but a whole system of because this actually the name of the blend is actually the name of their program. I think, isn't it? It was called Shinrin Yuku.
Yeah, it's called like forest bathing.
Yeah.
Basically,
So they were trying to promote people being outside in nature to calm them down, and so diffusing this is huge. And actually, Dr. Riggs talked about this at our convention as he announced this oil and how diffusing this overnight would actually help lower blood pressure. His blood pressure was lower in the morning, and I think that's a huge thing too, is controlling stress and blood pressure at our age as well. Really, again, at any age, but for sure at our age.
Yeah. So anything you can do to improve your sleep. How long you stay asleep, and especially even if you don't sleep longer, if you can improve the amount of deep sleep you get, your body will benefit from that greatly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so that's sleep. Now, Kurt, talk to us about things you do every day.
Yeah. Well, let's cover, because I think this starts it off, and then you can cover those three. But I think the last kind of grouping thing is our joint health, muscle health.
Yeah.
Like we talked about how we golf a lot.
As much as we
Some
can.
people think too much, but no. It's amazing how, you think, well, golf isn't a big, but it is quite a physical sport. At least I claim it to be, even though we're riding a cart.
Well, it's
but as far as the movement goes,
the movement.
So there'll be a lot of, can be stress in lower back for me and in the shoulders and stuff if I play a lot. And so one of my foundational products just for good inflammation control is frankincense. And then the secondary thing with golf is being out in the sun. And this short, I've been kind of pulling this down here.
You've got a
golfer's tan. Yeah. So I didn't notice this till this year, but I don't know if there's sunspots or just age spots, but I've got one right here. I don't know if you can see it very well on the camera, but I literally take. Don't look at me. It's hideous. So frankincense, this is a frankincense touch. So see, it's in the roller, and I literally just put it on just like that. And if you look, Dave can tell you, but it's kind of already fading from the middle out, which is weird, but it's so cool because my dad, my dad's cute. I can see he's 90 now, but when, it was probably 8 years ago or so, he had a little mole type thing, age spot, and he put frankincense on every day, and it went away. And he called me and he said, "I got a story you can tell your friends." And I said, "Well, Dad, you can tell that story to your friends too." But anyway, it was really cool. And then his chiropractor, of all people, noticed he had another growth on the other side of his lip, and so he's had this beautiful mustache for years. Well, shaved it off, and it was skin cancer. And so in Canada, where he lives, where I grew up, if you're not dying, they put you on a 3-month waiting list. So this is the only time I would say this was a benefit. I think that's why a lot of Canadians that have money come down and get surgeries like that in the United States, because they don't have to wait. But that 3 months, he put frankincense on his skin cancer every day, and the skin cancer on his lip shrunk from about the size of a quarter to the size of my pinky nail, just smaller than a dime. So when they went and did do the surgery, he actually
it was like less invasive.
Well, they had to change the plan because they were planning to take off his whole lip up to his nostril and the whole lip part and rebuild it with second surgery with plastic surgery. So when the doctor looked at it and said, "This is way too much. Like, what happened?" And then he showed them how much it had shrunk. Not that they thought it had shrunk; they thought maybe their picture was wrong. It was really such a blessing for us because the surgery was very uninvasive. They just took a little snip of skin off here, and if you get up like this close to him, you can see still a little scarring there, but it's amazing like what that did. So frankincense to me is foundational. Taking it again for me for inflammation, but just for so many great things of what this can do for your body, and then looking at taking care of your skin, age spots and sunspots, anything like that with frankincense too.
Yeah, and I think with that anti-inflammatory property, like prostate health is like a big deal. Like I think a lot of men, as they get, your prostate kind of swells. A lot of people get prostate cancer. So for prostate health, Dr. Hill told me, hey, take some frankincense and put it between your rectum and your scrotum. And I didn't crack a smile or anything. I just walked away and thought, okay, I've never heard that together like that, but okay, I get it.
As old as we are, we're still pretty immature because we snicker when someone says scrotum and anus
in the same sentence.
But
But it's a big deal, you know. I mean, if you can keep it from being swollen, and you know, because it causes problems with urination. Plus, you're worried about, you know, future events. So, yeah. So okay. So now
as golfers, start with this one. As golfers, this is our favorite.
Joint pain, muscle pain. Like this is your best friend. This is Deep Blue. This is the stick. So you just take it off and you can just rub it on whatever hurts, your elbow. For me, it's my knee. This also comes in a lotion, which is great, but you know, for like more like something where you're massaging it or something, I guess. But what I love about this when I'm golfing is I don't have to get it on my hands. Because if I get it on my hands and then it's slippery, or maybe I touch my eye and then it doesn't feel good.
I think this is where we need to apologize to all our fellow American golfing fans.
Yes.
Because it's kind of our fault, meaning doTERRA's fault.
I know.
Rory McIlroy was the only person to get 4 points at the Ryder Cup last week.
And Rory was using this on national TV on his sore back a few weeks ago. So
what can we say?
Yeah. So that you need to keep, if you have any joint pain, muscle pain, which we know that we all get, keep the Deep Blue.
Just in the golf bag.
The other two things I do for that is this is Copaiba, and this stuff I a few years ago I crashed on my road bike, my bicycle. And I was pretty beat up, had some broken bones and stuff. And I don't do well with some things that they give you for pain relief. And so I just did this Copaiba, and it's amazing for that.
And I'll just say one thing about this too is it's just we're not really here to tell you about science. We're not doctors or anything, but I will compare this in a for us a positive way. This is our CBD. So if you've been hearing about CBD and things like that you would take CBD for, try this instead.
Yeah.
It's I mean, they're both natural. I can't say
but
it's
less
more
money.
natural, but it's less money for sure.
More effective.
And way more effective, because you have things that are working in your receptors that this works on all your receptors versus just CBD focuses on one receptor.
Yeah,
so
directly.
Yeah.
And then you probably have heard a lot of people talk about turmeric. So this is something, if you want to look up the benefits, but it has so many benefits. The major benefit that I take it for, again, is joint health, and it works great. But I know it's also good for your brain. It's good for your digestive system. There's lots of good stuff. So those three things together are kind of my, I want to feel younger, and so I take those.
Yeah. Well, we're about out of time here. We've taken a lot of your time, but there's so many other products we could talk about, and we had to kind of whittle it down. This is already...
We just want to do like stuff we actually use.
Yeah. But there's even more things. That we could get into. Toothpaste.
Everything so far is like
things.
Pretty much almost daily.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm just going to pick two last things just to go with that I do use quite a bit, because I hate shaving. I shaved for you guys tonight.
I did too.
I've got like
I was a little scraggly.
Nice smooth face here, but I use a blade, and I don't know, I like it better, but I still nick myself once in a while. And so what I do is I use these two. One is tea tree, and the other is helichrysum. Now I use them in touch because it's so much easier. So if I get a little nick, I just again take the thing and I just I'm on the chin, and the tea tree is something that can kind of help disinfect, and for me, an ingrown hair or something like that. And then helichrysum actually even better for like a little, if it's bleeding or something like that, just to heal that up. And that's so easy just to put on. So those are just examples. We could give you probably 10 more things that we're using daily.
Helichrysum is great for any kind of like scratch, cut, wound. It will help it to. It'll help the body to heal quickly.
So I don't know. I would say we hope you guys use all this stuff. Oh, you've got one more too.
I've got one more, and that's sandalwood. Sandalwood is good for sexual health. Some say it's an aphrodisiac.
Can't leave that out.
But it's it can set the mood. So there's nothing wrong with doing everything you can to try to enhance your relations. And so this is something you can put in a diffuse. You can put it on for like a cologne.
It's what we call
take a bath.
It's what we call the how you doing.
That's
So,
right. It's our come hither. So love that too. So anyway, I hope this helps. Our goal is to stay young and as long as possible. We want to feel
feel
less
young,
pain.
not just stay young. Feel young.
Yeah. Feel young, look young.
I act young. I act. Yeah, that part's easy, but all the other stuff I need.
So and it's so easy to do this stuff, and a lot of it you may have around already, but it can really benefit you. And I think, as men over 50, we really need to think of and be very intentional about how we age. It's time for us to step up and do the things that we've heard that we need to do. So, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.